Yes, come in. You're here for your ID making, correct? That's right, I forgot. You can't speak English anymore, can you? Or any language for that matter. It's okay. You can understand me though, right? Good. So how this works is I'm going to show you different options for what your ID can look like. And it's very important that you choose what you would like to look like on your ID because it will not change ever. This will be what you look like on your zombie identification card for forever. Do you understand? Good. Okay. Now they explained to you what this is for, correct? Yes. We use it so in the event that you do cause trouble or turn someone, we know exactly who you are. And we know how to deal with you just a little bit better. Okay, so first off, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the options for your head and jaw shape. Just, it's not wanting to cooperate with me. Yeah, you're my first one of the week. Mondays. Goodness. Okay. So as you can see here, this is your typical kind of pointed chin. This is how most people draw their first face. Right here. And then you've got a more square jaw. And you've got a more rounded face. Please ignore my coworkers, they're very loud. This one is if your jaw has kind of been broken, it's kind of hanging down. Yeah. No, this doesn't have to completely represent what you look like exactly right now. This is how you want to look. This is basically, it's what your ideal zombie would look like. So if there's an ideal zombie in your brain that you'd like to look like, you can choose any of these options. So yes, this one's kind of like your jaw hanging open, like you have no control back here anymore. Okay, this one's you're missing half of your jaw, and you can tell them if you want this one. It could be any side, either side, but half of your face is gone, lower face. This one is if you've been basically scalped and then your brain is exposed. Yeah, that's what that means. This one is just partial brain. And same as before, you can tell me which side if that's what you'd like. And then this one is your entire jaw has just been broken off. Gone. So really, like your tongue would be hanging down unless that got ripped out too. That sounds kind of painful. Can you feel pain? I've never asked any of my clients. You can't answer me. Sorry. Okay, so which one would you like? We have 8 options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Any of those speak to you? Great. I was thinking that same thing. Okay. Next, we have hair. I'm just going to leave this whole thing. You're smart enough to know which section we're looking at, right? Yeah, I believe in you. Okay, so hair length is first. So, yes. So this is bald. You have no hair. Now this could go you could just be bald even with any of them, but say if you want to choose this one, you have to do bald because you have no hair left. Yeah, this is a short length hair. So it could be anything from a buzz cut to just a few inches long. Yeah. Then you got a medium length. This could be anything from the few inches down to shoulders. I would call about medium length. Yeah. And then you have long hair. Ooh, long hair. And that could be anything from your shoulders to Rapunzel length, you know? Zombie, let down your hair. I've been wanting to make that joke for a long time. I'm so glad you have a good sense of humor. Okay. Next is going to be texture. So you could have straight hair, completely straight. There's no definition, no kind of movement to it at all. It's just going to be completely straight. Almost looks like flat ironed hair, yeah. And then you're going to have you could have a little bit of a wave, like a beach wave kind of thing. Or maybe your hair is straight, but it does have some sort of texture to it. And then you could have some loose curls. So you're going to have that coil finally. A little bit of a coil going on. Yep. Just a little bit of a curl. A little bit of a coil. And then finally, you have some tight curls. I mean, beautiful, beautiful curls. But they'll be very tight. Yeah. And then finally, well, not finally, you still have to pick out your color. But for styles, you could have it just down, kind of crazy. Looks like you just rolled out of bed. Maybe you just got turned into a zombie. Who knows? You could have it half up, half down. Or you could have it completely up in like a ponytail, but casual. This will be a casual ponytail. Also, you could have it down and combed if you'd like. I keep forgetting to add that option. But yeah, just let me know. And then yeah, so completely up, but casual. Or you could have a nice updo. Yeah, nice updo. And we're not going to get crazy into specifics on how you want your hair actually done. It'll just mostly be for the photo so they know what kind of to look for. My bad. Okay, and then finally, I'm just going to read you off some hair colors. Okay. So we've got blonde, brunette. You could have black hair, red hair. You could have highlights. So that means you could have any of the colors I'm about to present to you and have presented as a base and any for a highlight. You just got to let me know. Blue's in right now. It's a good color. Purple. Yep. Pink. You could have gray. You could have white. Or, now this is my personal favorite. It's a new addition. It's my guard dog barking. Yeah, you better not be a threat to me because he will get you. He will not let you turn me. I've trained him that way. Yeah. You're okay? You're good? Okay. And then my favorite new addition to my list here, a money piece. Right? Yeah, so it could be base color anything, and then you can have your money piece be anything you want. Yeah. It's cool, right? So what do you think about these options for your hair? Have you made a choice for each category? Okay. So hair length. Okay. Texture. Style. Okay, and then color. Great. You're doing so good. This is kind of a long process, though. Okay. Next, we're going to do your eyes. Your eyes. Yeah. Okay. So first, we're going to do shape. Coworkers are always getting into everything. But that's what you get when your coworkers are zombies, too. Okay, so for eye shape, okay, there's a lot of options here. So ignore that other page for now. You could have a generic, just kind of oval shape, pointed oval is what I'd call that. You could have kind of angry eyes, I'm a big scary zombie, I'm gonna bite you. Not that you'd say that, but you could easily. Yeah, and then so you could have kind of shifty, big round eyes. Call them shifty, like a little, yeah. Okay. Yep. You could be missing an eye. And I did draw both options here. You'd be missing either eye or both. You could be a blind zombie. Might be a little difficult. You might not last long. That's okay. It's all you. You be you. Yep. These I'm going to like an almond shape. Kind of smaller eyes, but maybe a little pointed down at the corners. Kind of a little bit like mine. I have a little bit of a droopy eye. Yeah. You could have kind of scared or worried eyes, maybe. You don't like being a zombie, perhaps. Or maybe another big bad zombie has made an enemy out of you. Yeah, that would be pretty scary, I think. Okay. So this one, you have different sized eyes. It could be this one's slightly bulged out. Or it could just be some trauma, swollen. It could be either eye too that does that. But a little bit of a crazy eye. Yeah. These, you could have an eye completely hanging down, like they might like that. Yeah, or that was a little bit more difficult for me, but yeah. So what shape would you like out of all 10 of these options? Okay, good choice, good choice. Next, you have your pupil shape. Now, I can't do custom pupil shapes yet. I'm trying to let the department let me add those, but for now, we have to stick to the ones that they've approved. Okay, so you can have your normal pupil shape, which be round. Just be round. Just a little round. Or you could have like a cat slit. Personally, those are a little creepy for me. I love those. I would choose those if I was making my zombie ID, but I'm not a zombie. And you won't be turning me. Yeah. Okay. You have a cross shape. Crosses. Crosses. Okay. No pupils. This could be your blind. So it could be all white, kind of like a cataract eye. Or it could be all white, as in the pupil is missing completely. Yeah. This one, heart-shaped. Heart-shaped. Big old love hearts. And then diamond shape. Yep. My coworker's just getting into everything today. I'm gonna have to have a team meeting. That's okay. We'll get through this. So yeah, any of these pupil shapes that you would like? Round, cat eye, cat slit, cross, nothing, nothing, heart shaped, or you do diamond, or rhombus either, whatever you'd like to call it. I like calling it a diamond because it sounds fancy. So does a rhombus. Who knows? Yeah, so which one would you like? Great. Can't believe you're doing so good. You're making so many quick decisions. Couldn't be me. Okay, so I'm going to read you off the eye color options. Brown again. You got brown eyes. I have brown eyes. Okay, you could have black eyes. So where it almost looks like the pupils just blown up. Red. You have red eyes. You know, a few franchises got that right in the past. Zombies can and do have red eyes. Yeah. Green. And this could be like a normal, like a forest green, an emerald green, or this could be like a toxic green, you know. You have blue eyes. White, you know, so if you want the cataract look, you could have a white eye, or you could have an actual white iris, but still have your pupil. Okay, you could have purple. Yeah. You could also have rainbow eyes. It'd be like going like that in the Roy G. Biv, you know, angular. Yeah, like that. Wow, I'm definitely going to have a team meeting. Too much. They're doing too much. You'd have heterochromia, and that's where one eye is a different color, and those different colors could be anything you'd like. And now this one's one of my personal favorite options, total. You could have pride flag eyes. That could be any pride flag you want. You could have the LGBT move forward flag, so you'd have like the little, or you could have the original pride flag, or you could have, you know, the trans, pink, white, blue. Yep. You'd have the bi flag, the lesbian flag, etc., etc. Yeah. Cool option. Yeah, so which color would you like? Good choice. Practical. Okay, now we have nose shape. Nose. Okay, so this is just going to be like a little bit of your just average nose, a little bit of a, okay, not too big, not too small, just right. This one's going to be a little bit of a pointed, maybe an upturned, maybe you were rich before and you acted like it. No judgment. But it's going to be a little bit of an upturned nose. And if you have an upturned nose, that doesn't mean you're actually uptight. But that is the stigma around people that have noses like that, and it's a little unfair. But that is an option. You could have a little tiny little, a button nose, as we like to call it. Button nose. Very cute. Less to grab onto, so if you were going to fight with zombies, someone couldn't go got your nose. I mean, could, but it'd just be a little harder. This one's going to be a little bit of a bulky nose. You know, you could have like the hook nose. It's kind of what my family has. My Canadian side of my family, they have a little bit of a, kind of like that. Or you could have a bulkier tip, whichever one, but that was going to be a bulky nose. This one, it's too late. They've already ripped your nose off, so this will just be little, your inner nostrils. Yeah, little inner nostrils. This one, maybe you got punched hard, so it's concave. So your nose would be inward. Don't really know how that works. I guess when you're a zombie and your flesh is undead, it just kind of is in there. And then this one, it's like it's hanging off. So you'd see your inner nostrils, but then your nose would be, hanging down. Okay, so which nose do you think represents you the best? Okay, good. We're making a lot of progress. Okay, mouth is next. Now, there's not as many options to go through for this one, but there are some. So, this one is like plump lips. You're not going to have thin lips. It's just a mouth. It's just a mouth. These are all just mouths, but you get what I'm saying. This one, you're going to have thin lips. Thin. So it's just, yeah. This is kind of like I don't want to call it a duck face, but these are going to stick out a little bit. Like a little doll, I can't take my mask off to show you because I don't want to catch your germs. Okay. This one, if you chose your jaw hanging open, that's what it looked like. Your tongue would still be there. It'd just be open. Be really dry. Have really dry mouth. Which does not sound fun. Next is... Oh, yes. Sorry. It's been a while since I've done this. This one is if you chose your jaw to be gone. Your tongue would just be hanging out like that. If you've ever seen, what's that old movie? Old horror movie. Back before the apocalypse. Yeah. Was it In the Ring? No, it was The Grudge, wasn't it? But it showed someone with their... I'll have to look it up. I'm probably so wrong about the movie. Yeah. Okay, so this one has a little kawaii face. Happy. You're a happy zombie. You're just happy to be alive. Unalived. No, undead. And then this one's just indifferent. Just a line like that. Yeah. So what do you think about those? Okay. One of my guard animals. If the dog fails, the cat's back up. Yeah. A little impractical, but he does his job well. He's coming to check you out. Hopefully you have no ill intentions. Okay. Yeah. He's making sure you're okay. Just let it happen. Okay, so next is going to be facial hair. Facial hair. You'd have no facial hair. You could have a handlebar mustache. You could have, it's like just the mustache right here, but it's kind of like a cop stash or a prawn stash. Yeah. This is going to be the goatee with the mustache. Okay. Mutton chops. So that comes down right here. Like that. Mutton chops. Neck beard. So just be under that. Neck beard. Just like that, yeah. Then you could have a full beard with a mustache. Yep. It's pretty common. Then you could have a little soul patch. It just goes right under your lips, right on your chin, right there. Not that you can tell where I was pointing, but right there. You could have guess what you call the Hulk Hogan. You probably don't want to choose that one. And then you just have a little chin patch. Okay, just the goatee, I guess, right here. And then you have a long braided chin patch. All depends on what look you want to go for. Okay, good option. All right. Next, we're going to choose your body type. And this also is going to include if you have missing limbs or anything like that. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a few options in this one. This one's going to be, you have a long torso, but maybe shorter legs. Definitely don't miss shoulder day. Okay, so a little stocky, but so tall. So tall. This one's going to be a lanky guy. Or girl, sorry. Guy I use as a gender neutral term. I pointed out. Like if I was to say, hey, look at this little guy. Guys and gals. I'll try to refrain from saying guy for the rest of this. But yeah, just a lanky person. Long legs, long torso, long arms. I think they might be suspicious of you. I have 2 guard cats. You better calm it down. Anyway, this is going to be your short and stocky. Little legs, little torso, little arms, big spirit. Big spirit. Okay. This one, they're really investigating you. This one, you're going to have a little bit of a pear shape. So your your hips and your butt will be bigger than like your waist and your chest. Okay. This one's round, apple shape. Apple shape. Yeah. So it's going to be just round. Okay. This one, these two are both, you're missing one arm. Either one. Okay. These two are going to be, you're missing one leg. Again, either leg. This one, you're missing both legs, so you're going to be pulling yourself around by your arms. Sorry, they're really investigating things. Things that they shouldn't be anymore. Okay, this is going to be your missing arms. So movement, transportation will still be easy, but you can't grab on to people, food anymore. Wheelchair, okay. This could be you're still missing your legs or one leg, or you could just be paralyzed previously and the virus didn't cure that. So you wheel around. Okay. This one, you have naturally big chest, or you had implants put in before you turned. Okay. This is you're missing the opposite arm and leg, both sides. Not very many people pick this one, to be honest. But it would make using a crutch easier if you chose to use one. Okay, so which one would you like? There's a lot of options here. Are you short and stocky? Are you lanky? Are you round? Pear shape? Okay, great choice. Next is going to be your skin condition. Okay, so you could have flawless skin. Pretty rare for a zombie to have flawless skin because the rotting flesh. But it does happen. You have scratches. It could be scratched up. Okay. You could have acne. Acne. So it'd be dotted. Again, no judgment for anything you choose. These are all natural human traits and zombies, but you were human once. Sorry, you're no longer, but that's okay. You could have freckles, so smaller dots. Okay. You could have burns on your face. Maybe you died in a big explosion. Okay, so you've burnt flesh randomly. Burns. Okay. You could have, I'm going to say this wrong. I say it wrong every time. Vitiligo. I'm so sorry. But yeah, that causes you to have the little bit of blotchy white patches on your skin. A lot of zombies who had this when they were human, they now have a green skin, a light green white patch from the rotting flesh. It looks kind of cool. And then lastly, you could have a rash. You have rashes. And I attribute that to the rotting. You know how like sometimes humans reject transplants or medication. I think sometimes some people are allergic to the Z virus. Yeah. So what's your skin condition? Okay. Now I know you have trouble speaking, but you've been improving as we talk. So I've got some questions. Okay, but first we're going to choose your skin color, and then we'll do the questions. Okay, so you could have white skin. This could be albino white to a little bit of a tan color. You could have brown skin. Doesn't matter, you let me know what shade, but it won't go on your ID, but it'll be nice for you to visualize what shades you would like of any of these options. Yeah. Okay, you could have black skin completely, like this. Yep. You could have green, typical kind of zombie color due to the rotting. Yeah. Okay, you could have blue skin, blue. Gray, usually that's attributed to like a lack of blood flow, but so is blue. But gray is kind of like your undead. It's like a vampire, old school vampire. You could have red skin. Maybe if you have the rash, your skin would be red. Then also you could just have rosacea. You could have naturally red pigmented skin, or you could be red due to any number of factors. You have orange skin. Wouldn't choose that. No one really wants to be a Cheeto, but it is an option. Or you could, again, I mentioned this under white, but it is a specific category. You could have albinism. You know what I mean? Okay. So now I need you to choose which color skin you'd like for your. And I know a lot of skin has different shades all throughout, just because of the nature of human skin, zombie skin. But your base color. Okay, great. So now I have 4 questions to ask you. And then I will whip up a quick little design for you. And you will have that as your temporary one until you're called back to get your permanent. Well, they'll find you. They'll find you. Or you can hang out here at the facility, but no guarantees that someone won't try to experiment on you while you're waiting. But you do get free meals at the cafeteria. Yeah. Okay, so first question. How long have you been dead? Well, undead. And I'll give you a couple ranges so you can choose from. 0 to 10 years. So you're relatively new undead. 11 to 50 years. Okay. 51 to 100 years. It's quite a long time. You're quite the old zombie. In fact, if this was Fallout, I'd be calling you a ghoul, I think, by now. And then 100 plus years. Definitely some ghoul territory then. Okay. Now, it's okay if you don't really remember. I just need like a basic kind of scenario. But how did you turn? Were you patient 0? Unlikely. But could be. You haven't technically found them yet. And there could be one in each area, depending on where you were from. Okay. Was it a car accident? Were you one of the first people, but you weren't patient 0, so you're kind of turned in the initial panic? Okay. Were you bitten later on? So, not during the initial panic, but you did get bitten. Okay. Were you dismembered? Someone didn't know the shoot the brain, so they tore you apart or something. Or work accident, any of the above. Was it a natural cause? You could have died of old age, a heart attack, maybe had a panic attack and you couldn't get help because of the state of the world, which is pretty rare for panic attacks, but it is an option. It is a possibility. Maybe you had diabetes and you died from complications, cancer, any of the above, really. Or could it be some other accident that happened to you? Okay, good. You got the answer out. You're doing great. Okay. Next is, how many people have you turned since you've been turned? None. Just a handful. You can count on one hand how many people you've turned. Maybe a couple dozen. Or somewhere between that. So you could handful to a dozen, whatever. Hundreds. Or you're one of the most prolific zombies ever and you've turned thousands. Well, we used to have serial killers, but now it's zombies. I tell ya, it's ridiculous. Okay. Now, this is the most important question. In the event that you are captured by the government, military personnel, or researchers, do you consent to experimentation? Could be anything. Could be testing to see if they found a cure, or it could just be seeing what you can and can't tolerate when you're there, when you're eating. Okay, great. Okay, so let me just whip something up for you real quick. Made some really good choices. I mean, this is an intimidating zombie card. Probably not the most intimidating I've had, but decent. Okay. Put my signature so they know who to contact. They found this because I have been recording this whole interaction, so you are on camera. And that way, if they find your card unintended, I can show them the video. They know what you look like. Yeah. The guard cat says you're okay for now. But here you go. Here you go. You know, car accident. Unfortunate. You know, brown hair, short. You're missing a side of your head and also your eyes popping out. Got your mutton chops. You're a little short and stocky. White eyes. Maybe you're blind. Are you blind? You've been going off of my descriptions, haven't you? Sorry. Green skin. Classic zombie. Let's see. You're pretty young, only 0 to 10 years. Okay. Only turned a handful of people. Good. Keep that number low. We need more people so we can hopefully cure you eventually. This will make for an interesting recovery, but scientific advancements. Yeah. Okay. And then we did consent to experimentation, which will be great. We'd love to learn from you. But yeah, so this expires in 30 days because it is your temporary one. Okay, so it expires in February of this year. Do you know what year it is? Yes, 3033. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me tear this out for you. Okay. There you go. Great. It was so good to meet you. I wish you nothing but the best. Hopefully we do find a cure. I would love to be able to talk to you, learn what it's been like being a zombie. I don't want to experience it, but I'd like to talk to you. And I wish you the best. Okay. Bye-bye.